HowExpert! Top 10 Seattle Tourist Attractions. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more HowExpert Top 10 videos in the future. Moving on. Let's talk about the HowExpert Top 10 Seattle Tourist Attractions. Number 10. Alki Beach. While most, if not all, beaches in Washington state are covered with rocks and shells, Alki Beach is a long, sandy beach that makes you feel like you're in California. It is a true Seattle summer destination. Alki was discovered back in 1851, when the first white settlers from the Denny Party arrived. They were helped at Alki through their first winter by the Duwamish people, led by Chief Seattle. From there, Seattle began to establish. Today, Alki is filled with joggers, skateboarders, and people just looking to have a nice beach day in the Pacific Northwest. Alki includes incredible views of the Puget Sound, Olympic Mountains, and the Seattle skyline, and provides a variety of eateries such as Spuds and Salties. Alki is a must-visit destination if you're planning to visit here in the summer. Number 9. Pioneer Square. History lovers, this one is for you. Pioneer Square is the heart of Seattle's original neighborhood. There is plenty of history to be learned here by visiting the old fire department, the Klondike Gold Rush Historical Park, and the Smith Tower. The Smith Tower was actually one of the first skyscrapers ever when it was built in 1914. From there, you can go up the tower on an old-school, manually operated elevator, and from 30 floors above, you get to experience a 360-degree view of Pioneer Square and the entire city. Overall, Pioneer Square is the place to be if you're looking to learn about Seattle's roots. Number 8. Underground Seattle. Yeah, you heard me right. Seattle has an underground city. This came to be when a fire known as the Great Seattle Fire occurred on June 6, 1889. What started out as a grease fire quickly spread and burned away the entire town. With the city in ashes, Seattle had no choice but to start their new city from scratch. This time around, Seattle was looking to prevent flooding in their city, so they decided to elevate the ground above sea level. This led them to building the new city on top of the old city. Once the new city was built, the underground portion became a ghost town, as well as a good hub for the black market. In the later 1800s, a Seattle Times journalist by the name of Bill Spadell made a huge push to make underground Seattle recognized as a historic landmark. Due to his efforts, the underground city is now an incredible and mysterious place to visit for tourists around the world. Number 7. Chinatown. The Chinatown International District is a huge hub for the Asian American community. This section of Seattle is located with the best Asian food destinations in the Pacific Northwest. From dim sum to bubble tea to sushi, there is a variety of high-class foods to indulge in. Chinatown also has some of the greatest places to shop, such as the Uwajimaya and Kobo. Lastly, there are museums and festivals open year-round in Chinatown that give you an incredible taste of Asian American culture. Number 6. The Pacific Science Center. If you're traveling with family, the Pacific Science Center is a must-stop destination. This place brings science to life with exhibits that are all designed to create hands-on experiences. Some of their most iconic exhibits include the Butterfly Room, Dinosaur Exhibit, Planetarium, multiple animal exhibits, and the largest laser dome theater in the world. They also have exhibits that are displayed for a limited time, such as Harry Potter, Star Wars, and a King Tut exhibit. The Pacific Science Center is a place where children as well as adults can have a good time and learn a ton of interesting information. Number 5. Snoqualmie Falls. By taking a 30-minute drive east of Seattle, you get to experience breathtaking views of the natural beauty known as Snoqualmie Falls. This waterfall is around 270 feet in length, which makes it almost twice the size of Niagara Falls. There is also wonderful hiking trails in the area for all skill levels. Snoqualmie Falls attracts over 1.5 million visitors a year, and I would highly recommend for you to be one of those visitors so you don't miss out. Number 4. Puget Sound Ferry Rides. You will not get the full Seattle experience if you don't get a chance to take a ferry ride across the Puget Sound. Seattle has over 20 different ferries that take you to beautiful places, such as Bremerton and Bainbridge Island. The Puget Sound is a one-of-a-kind body of water, and it would be a shame for you not to get the full experience of being on the Sound. Number 3. The Seattle Great Wheel. The famous Seattle Ferris wheel is a relatively new addition to the city, having only been around for 8 years. The wheel stands at 175 feet tall and extends 40 feet out from the Seattle Pier. It also consists of gondolas that are enclosed with glass that allows you to have a 360 view of downtown Seattle and the Puget Sound. It's an experience that is always the highlight of a Seattle trip. I would recommend going at night for the best experience, because the wheel has thousands of LED lights that illuminate the night sky in bright colors and designs. Number 2. The Pike Place Market. The world-famous farmers market began in 1907, which makes it the longest-running farmers market in the United States. The Pike Place Market is truly an all-day experience, with fresh food, handmade crafts, and local shops as far as the eye can see. It is currently home to over 500 shops, restaurants, and vendors, according to Visit Seattle. Some of the countless must-see stops include the Throwing Fish Market, the first ever Starbucks, the Gum Wall, and the Pike Place mascot, Rachel the Piggy Bank. There is no Seattle visit without taking a day to explore the Pike Place Market. Number 1. The Space Needle. The Space Needle was originally built for the World's Fair in 1962. Ever since then, it has become the symbol of Seattle. There is no landmark quite like the Space Needle anywhere in the world. Recently, the landmark has gone through a complete transformation. Seattle decided to renovate the Space Needle in order to maximize viewing experience for tourists. The project cost them over $100 million. Now that the project is complete, the restaurant now has a rotating glass floor, and the viewing deck has floor-to-ceiling glass. The Space Needle is an unforgettable experience and is the point of the trip where you find yourself looking at a calendar to start planning your next Seattle vacation. If you liked our video, be sure to click like and subscribe for more HowExpert Top 10 videos on all topics from A to Z in the future. Also, let us know what other topics you want us to do a HowExpert Top 10 video in the future in the comments below. Thank you. Have an amazing day and take care. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more.